Konnichiwa from Hiroshima in Japan. That's a Japanese castle. It's the first Japanese castle that we visited, albeit a replica castle. It doesn't take away from the excitement of going to that first one. We're going to explore it to its fullest. We're going to go right to the top. Then we're going to finish the day with one of Hiroshima's speciality foods, anagameshi. In English, broiled conger eel over rice. So the entrance to the castle is on the main road, probably about 10 minutes from the atom bomb dome.
Yes.
All the stone walls in this entrance are absolutely magnificent, aren't they?
Very grand, isn't it?
Yeah. Crazy to think that all of this was reconstructed after the A-bomb. It was reconstructed about 13 years after the A-bomb. That's really when they started building everything else back up again, isn't it, in the city?
Yes.
That's what we learned from the museum. And then this was preserved as like a proud replica. But
yeah.
I guess they've obviously purposely gone to make it look old and original, because I mean it does look super old, doesn't it? I mean it's only 60 years old, but you'd think it's a lot older.
You would think it's straight from when it was built originally. 15th century?
15th century, yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously Sabrina's found the one cherry blossom tree in the whole of Hiroshima for a photo.
No, there's a few actually spotted around here, but this one's got the most cherry blossoms blooming at the moment.
Shoes are coming off.
Oh, I'm glad I wore these ones today.
Reconstruction of what the buildings would have looked like. So cool. It doesn't actually say anything about what the room was used for, but you see these types of rooms kind of like in samurai movies and stuff, don't you?
Really
soft,
cool.
really, the floor's really nice and soft, isn't it? That is the biggest koi fish I've ever seen in my life. These koi fish are like bloody sharks. Look at the size of them. Look at that orange one.
This tree actually is a A-bomb tree because it survived the bombing on the 6th of August 1945. That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 770 metres away from the hypo centre, which was above the hospital, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, everyone that was that close passed away several days afterwards. So the fact that
instantly.
Yeah, so the fact this tree is still here, standing the test of time, is crazy, isn't it?
That couple looks really cool. I always thought those dresses were actually just for kind of like, I thought it was almost like a geisha type thing, but it's not. I guess that's like a wedding
dress.
Any Japanese watching, let us know in the comments. Is that like a wedding dress, or is it like a pre-wedding dress, the ones they take photos in, or?
Yeah, that's a good question. If they just came here especially for wedding photos,
like pre-wedding photos, yeah, because a lot of Asian countries do that,
yes,
don't they? They go
do.
and take photos in places before their wedding.
And maybe they don't necessarily get married in the traditional outfits anymore.
Yeah, but they just take photos in it, yeah.
Yeah, I did see when we were back in Yanagawa that there was a christening, I think, going on there, and the lady with the baby was wearing a traditional dress as well.
That's interesting.
I think it was some sort of christening anyway. Their version of it are kind of christening, isn't it?
Yeah, because it was a temple where they take babies for like luck and stuff, wasn't it?
I think so. That's kind of the vibe that we got, wasn't it?
Yeah, from the limited amount of English signs there were the place.
This looks incredible, doesn't it? Hopefully we can get a stamp if we have the book with us.
I packed the book, so if you've been watching our Japan videos, sorry, they're not in Japanese. Been watching our Japan videos, we've got a Goshen book, which essentially go to a temple or like a tourist thing or any kind of like attraction really.
Yes.
They kind of give you like a stamp. You normally pay for it depending where you are. Train stations also do them, so we're trying to get as many as possible. We've got about 3 temple ones at the moment, 2 train station ones, 3 train station ones.
Yes.
And we got one from the Hiroshima Peace Museum as well. So we're well on our way. So definitely subscribe so you can see how many we get by the end of our travels, because it'll be interesting. Hoping to fill the book, but it's not going to happen.
They're double-sided as well, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, so this bit's definitely a shrine within the kind of grounds of the castle, which is really cool. I didn't expect to see a shrine here. Haven't been to a shrine in Hiroshima yet either.
No.
Went to a lot in Fukuoka, didn't we?
We did, what, 4?
4 or 5, yeah.
5, yeah.
Yeah, so if you're wondering, this is a Goshuan book. These ones are really nice, aren't they?
Yeah, they're lovely. Got the
Oh,
carpet
I know, I
there.
wish we got this one.
I know.
See, that's another thing. You could actually just collect all the books, couldn't you, as well as the stamps. Look at that. Yes, please, yeah.
1番でお待ちください。
Okay. Yeah, I've got no idea what she said. I'm assuming she said something like, wait 5 minutes, I'll come back with your stamped book. But 500 yen it is for a stamp. It's a standard at all the temples, isn't it? Really? Shrines even?
はい、どうぞ頂戴いたします。お待たせいたしました。
So it actually ended up being cheaper. It was 300 instead of 500. Bit weird, but you know, there we are. Oh yes, it's that one there, isn't it? Oh, it's got the koi fish and everything.
Wow.
Such cool little mementos.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so if you've been following for a while, these are the ones I've been getting at the train stations. I haven't actually filmed any of these in the video. Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch 'em all. So here you can buy a written oracle, which is inside this carp here, or you have a fortune telling piece of paper for 100 yen, which is really cool. We actually did a fortune telling in Fukuoka, didn't we?
We did do a fortune.
Mine was very lucky.
And mine was not lucky at all, so I'm just basically waiting to drop dead at any moment, really. So this is the Chugoku Regional Military Headquarters Air Defence Room, 700 metres from the Hypo Centre, in and around Hiroshima Castle were a number of military facilities, including the partially underground air defence room. In this room, soldiers were assisted by Hijama girls, high school students mobilised for the war effort. The atomic bomb destroyed telephone and telegraph lines, but the students, using barely intact military phone system, managed to relay news of Hiroshima's destruction. There seems to have been the first report of Hiroshima's suffering. The rest of Japan found out about the bombing from this room. And it survived the atomic bomb as well.
Yeah, that is wild. Can you imagine coming out of there and that's what it looks like, you know?
And we have finally reached the main castle. How sick. It looks unbelievable, and you can go right to the top as well.
Yeah, we can see people up there right now. It's so cool. It's quite high, isn't it?
It is. So the inside of it is pretty much a museum, because obviously it's a reconstructed castle, so the inside has been repurposed as like a Hiroshima museum, which is pretty sick, isn't it?
Stunning.
Found the Hiroshima Castle stamp. The right way around, is it?
See, let's see.
It's cute.
Just headed into the castle now. 370 for adults and 180 for persons over 65. Does this include going to the top though?
That'd be cool to keep, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
We'll take as many flyers as possible. So the first floor has got some kind of like old artifacts of the castle. It's got some of the original tiles, some of the original wood. It's got Mori Teramoto, who the guy who built it, his armour. It's also got some guns. It's got a list of all the samurais that used to be here. Really, really, really
Super
cool.
interesting, yeah.
Really
All information dating back to Hiroshima
when it first
in
started.
the Middle Ages,
Yeah.
isn't it? So cool.
This is pretty sick. That is so heavy.
That's so cool.
How does it look?
Looks so sick. This is really heavy.
The helmet's crazy, isn't it?
Washing my forehead.
The
So cool though.
The helmet's so heavy, isn't it? It
Yeah.
looks so cool.
This is like
It's proper.
nothing's getting through that. Is it?
It's cool though. Actually, there's paintings that depict how Hiroshima looks during the 4 seasons. There's kind of like, I don't know what you call them, mock-ups of how people lived during those times, normal town folk and also the samurai. Really interesting to be able to see some of this stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's actually quite a lack of samurai kind of history in Japan when we've been looking. Maybe we're just not looking in the right places, but there was a samurai museum in Tokyo, but that's shut, hasn't it? It's gone, yeah. Oh wow, so this is a photo before the atomic bomb was dropped of the castle, and this is a photo after the atomic bomb was dropped. The difference is absolutely insane. So in case it wasn't obvious already, the original one wasn't actually made out of concrete with massive concrete and glass stairs inside. It was made obviously entirely of wood. That's why obviously none of it survived the atomic bomb. So the third floor is really everything samurai, isn't it?
Yeah, so weapons,
Armour.
and exhibits.
Yeah, so lots of swords, lots of samurai armour, lots of helmets. Really all the good stuff, isn't it? All the stuff you come to Japan
fun
for.
stuff, yeah.
He's only gone and held a bloody samurai sword, hasn't he? Sick.
It's quite heavy, that is an impressive helmet, isn't it? Wow.
The level of like craftsmanship that goes into some of the etchings and the engravings and stuff on those swords is crazy. Like dragons and
on them,
absolutely insane.
And on some of the samurai helmets as well, was like dragons engraved on the front of it. Oh, cool. Oh, that's not too shabby, is it?
So we are at the top of the castle, the very top, where you can walk around the outside. A bit tight up here, isn't it?
A bit tight, yes.
The view's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Cool.
I think that's us done at the castle itself, but we are really peckish. Yeah, let's try one of Hiroshima's signature dishes.
I've always wanted to try eel, and the fact that it's a speciality here is really, really good.
It's all the more reason to, yeah, and it's our last evening, so it'll kind of be like a goodbye Hiroshima meal at the same time, won't it?
Sad.
Sad times, but at least we got to see the castle, which is the main thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I was really worried it was going to rain today and then we would never have been able to see it.
Yeah,
Which
it would
would
have
have
been pretty rubbish in the rain.
sucked. Let's go get some food.
Let's eat!
About a 10-minute walk from Hiroshima Castle. We are at Hindori Street. We've just arrived at Suki Akari for our boiled conger eel. Really excited. The place is really cute. It's down this dark alley. Yeah, let's get in there, try it. Delve into one of Hiroshima's top specialities. Do we actually know where we're going here? Is it in here? Yes, so we're going in here.
Ah.
First impressions, place is quite fancy, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Walking in, you feel like you're going to like a resort, don't you?
So they don't have the broiled conger eel, but they've got conger eel set. Don't really know what the difference is. I'm assuming one's not broiled and one is.
Super excited though. It's going to be delicious regardless.
And the whole menu's in Japanese, so the waiter was kind enough to translate the entire menu for us pretty much. Really nice guy, really nice restaurant, the vibe's really nice. Got 2 draft beers as well. Don't know what beer they are, just draft beer.
We don't know how much it is either.
We also don't know how much it is.
But we know that the conger eel is 2,100 yen. Well, that was a bit of a relief that the waiter actually speaks fluent English, because we would have struggled because they don't have Wi-Fi here either. And our Google Translate plays up quite a bit, doesn't it? It doesn't like it when the writing goes down, and that's how the menu is, so yeah, pretty relieved actually. Charles.
Kanpai.
Kanpai.
No doubt that's going to be about 1,000 yen for that tiny beer.
It's arrived, and it looks so cute, doesn't it?
Yes, that's really cool,
It's
isn't
like a
it?
whole like, little bento box sort of thing, isn't it? Not really a bento because it's only one thing, but I don't really know what anything is.
He came over and explained really how to eat it. The first bit, you try the conger eel without anything, and then you try it with the seaweed, and then you try it with the pickled radish, and then there's 2 types of wasabi, one with yuzu and then one normal, and then there's also a conger eel broth which you can put a little bit of conger eel in with the broth and make like conger eel soup, and it comes with a little miso soup. How sick is that? What an experience.
Eel bone broth for the end, which we'll put in this bowl with whatever's left over in our bento box. So cool, isn't it? Smells really good. It's so pretty. I don't want to eat it. Like a makeup artist. This is the not conditioner, my primer. It's lovely. It's kind of sweet. It's delicious. Really, really good.
Yeah.
You have to try it.
It's delicious. Kind of sweet, as Sabrina said. Quite fishy. No, doesn't really have too much of a unique taste, I guess. You know what I mean? By itself. Texture is definitely unique. I'm going to try it with the seaweed now. I'm going to pick the bloody thing out. That's really good.
Yum.
Wasabi's not that hot, not as hot as some of the ones that we've had in sushi places. Really, really nice. It's actually like the portion of the eel is actually really, really good. It's generous, so you can try it multiple times of each different condiment that comes with it.
Got the yuzu wasabi here. Wow, it's really nice. Very citrusy. Makes your tongue a bit numb, but doesn't have the same feeling as like just wasabi, normal wasabi.
Wow. Bone broth thing is wild. Tastes like smoked eel, but like really smoked. Oh, that's nice. This is an experience for sure. Sabrina's telling me to try the miso soup. Apparently it's the best miso soup we've had so far. Oh, it's very pungent. There's a lot of flavour. Probably is one of the nicest miso soups we've had since we've been in Japan, to be fair. All of this is absolutely A star, but we're going to tuck in. So guys, that wraps up our time at the conger eel place.
I really enjoyed it. There was a bit of bones in mine, but they're really small that you could just swallow them.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed having it, with the different toppings. It was completely different to what we've had before, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We tried quite a few foods in Hiroshima. We've actually got a video of 3 specialities in Hiroshima, so check that video out. That's included in that one.
Yes, it is, yeah.
I'll be honest, it was my least favourite meal in Hiroshima.
Japan, you said, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, maybe I was being a bit over the top there. Controversial. But
just an opinion.
The castle was absolutely amazing. We've got loads of other things like that planned. I can't wait to learn more about Japan's history and their culture.
Castles.
More castles, more shrines, more cool stuff, more interesting food. So like, comment and subscribe. Let us know what you think of the castle. Let us know what you think of Hiroshima as a city. And let us know if you tried conger eel and what you thought as well.
Yeah, well, we'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next video.
Bye-bye.